is on board. Come, come.
My allies have earned their keep.
Prepare for battle.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, I mean, Fog did it. Really is. It's classic OG, right? They've come in with a draft that most people are probably watching going, what the hell are they doing? But that's the magic that's worked for OG in the past. The question is, does it still work in this day and age? Is it against Alliance's lineup? Alliance, their lineup, it looks pretty fearsome.
Yeah, they cover all their bases. They've got, I mean, on Nico Baby, on personally, like one of his top two heroes, like the Slark and his Ember are my two favorites because he's super aggressive the way he plays on them. And oh, we might actually have a battle coming together here in a second.
Hansken giving the info here as he spots them out, and oh no, tell he's going to be met with a nasty surprise. Will manage to tether out to the side, and actually the Sleight of Fist didn't connect, so does manage to live. They now turn their attention over towards Hansken. The shackle shots there, they're the ones to get first, but OG will start the game off with a kill to their favor, despite walking up into the high ground with the Lions there. They just couldn't burst No Tail down in time.
Yeah, he missed the slight even too. I thought maybe he goes chains because that's like just guaranteed. It makes your lane maybe too much worse, so that's maybe why he wanted to just save it. But yeah, OG positioned there, and they have the outpost claimed, so they could see that bounty hunter. He walked in, they didn't have detection, but whatever. You have outpost. Gives you that detection.
Yeah, very smartly done by OG.
Yep, and so now they're gonna position themselves. What it looks.
Now, what's the lane setup?
Probably still just going to be dual lanes. No-Tail's probably still going to make his way toward top. And I'm happy to see this. The Earth Spirit mid.
Oh, yeah. I've
actually been waiting for people to do this more. In particular, before Talents got the 20% reduction, he had like a 65 damage Talent at 10.
It's pretty insane.
It was insane. It's still 50, which is absolutely bonkers. So we'll see what Thompson's able to do with it. I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah, because it's going to be interesting to see sort of how his pace of play matches up with Limp. Because Limp, as a Kunkka, he's going to be able to farm the mid, the side camps at a pace that the Spirit can't keep up with. But obviously Thompson, his movements have the potential to be very impactful. I think if anything, obviously the Thompson Spirit mid, it's going to be harder for him to play his game compared to what Limp has to do as a Kunkka. Just sweep up the creeps and sweep up the jungle creeps before he starts moving around. But we're certainly in for a show from both sides here.
Yeah. The one thing is that Kunkka is always going to be a bit of a nuisance because Kunkka is the counter to what a lot of people like to say is mobility, right? And you have an Earth Spirit, you have an IO, these two, and a Wind Ranger even. These heroes kind of rely on their mobility. An X really can cripple them quite a lot.
I mean, yeah, as the panel said, I really do have to agree that hands down, the Alliance's lineup is it just seems better here, right? You know, they really are trying to do something different, and in this bottom lane, it's working. They get themselves a second kill. They do lose, of course, mid one in return, as Nico Baby is able to finish up with the cleanup.
With the creeps killed his courier. I was wondering there's no name next. If the creeps, they just walked by and they slapped the courier.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with those. I mean, this is definitely a game. As said, there's profit and bounty down the line. Regardless of what side it's on, there's going to be a lot of couriers dying. Especially if things go to plan for Alliance.
And also, the potential could be a lot of IO dying. There's a lot of burst damage that can just go onto this IO very early on. The Nature's Prophet plus Bounty, even throwing the cask. There's a lot of... Yeah, they did a very clean, neat draft for the side of Alliance. Kind of covered their bases. Even the Nature's Prophet, last pick Nature's Prophet. We've seen this hero banned in the first phase how many times, and they got this as a last pick. Versus a Luna as well, too. Like, you spawn Treants, you eat the whole Eclipse, too, in the later team fights. There's a lot of different benefits this hero can add.
Up top.
Mid lane, Thompson. Ooh.
Very low, that's that last hit from Limp. How's he doing on the regen, Thompson? He's got his bottle out.
And he had a bounty rune saved for him.
Oh, that's smart.
How
Don't pick up the bounty rune. Wait until you've got your bottle at 3 minutes in.
Cool.
All right. I mean, I guess if you know you're able to secure it and the enemy team's not going to go over, there's no real need to pick it up straight away. Save it for the free bottle refill at this 3-minute mark.
He's still struggling in the mid lane pretty hard. Kunkka still just too much of a beast, and he's got double brace already too, so he's putting out a lot of pressure onto Thompson. We're going to see them probably look to set up for a rune in the next 40 seconds or so, because he definitely wants to fill up that bottle. He can't stand up versus all this harassment.
It's just going to take so much, and he can't deliver it back. Bottom lane though, this is the area of the map where Saxa is able to set. Well, it's his third kill. He's been the one to take the last touch on all three of them so far. So the support Wind Ranger got to a very financially beneficial start. Stacks are getting the money in as the support. Top lane, Samael. Body blocks from S4 being attempted, but Samael will still be able to make his way back underneath the tower. They could turn and actually go for Hanskin. Hanskin will look towards the courier, but doesn't want to risk his life for it. I mean, if he does go for the courier kill there, he would die. Might still get it if he's patient around the back of it all. But I would imagine that Samael's going to be very cautious with sending it out. He knows that Hanskin's going to be hanging around for this.
The 4-minute rune, they both checked the bottom. It's on top, and Thompson, he was able to
Step lively now.
get himself that one. Nice little fill up of the bottle there. Still struggling quite a bit in those last hits.
27-7 against that 19 for 1. You're going to see the 6 being hit that sooner on Limp as well, and that's when the kill threat really comes into place. I mean, already just hitting these torrents time after time and very efficient in the trade. Thompson will roll forward, try and play onto Limp, but isn't able to quite catch him underneath the range of the tower. So Limp continues to take very little harass whatsoever in this mid lane.
Yeah, Thompson's having he just bring what double salve get brought out.
I don't know,
Nico, baby.
It's a good shackle. Sets up for the shards. Do they have the damage though? The Voodoo Restoration from FNG is keeping Nico Baby alive. Mid one has the stick charges to make sure the Maledict doesn't tick him over the edge. Bounty runes up.
Yep, pushes them away from going for those, and Limp gets the solo kill.
It was, with the way that they've been playing mid, it was always going to happen. Thompson was consistently sitting there incredibly low, and this time just a little too low. Limp already, as we've been viewing, it's just off to a brilliant start in this matchup and getting solo kills now. It's very hard for Thompson to really get much more out of this mid. It's going to get to the point where he's going to need to get involved in some plays.
These rotations, he's going to be approaching level 7 really early on. He can match, and his rotation is going to be way scarier than an Earth Spirit's rotations.
No, that's true. His combo it's an easy kill on a lot of these squishy heroes right now.
Pretty much on anyone, unless this, Tusk is able to snowball dodge it in some type of particular situation.
Not so safe harbor, eh?
A nice little move there from Thompson. Will be able to interrupt Limp's attempt to X-Mark and TP out. He did do it in the middle of the lane, so Thompson just quickly cancels that, which means he doesn't get the bottle refill. He's having to run back. This bottom lane, though, OG. Saxa, he's dominating as the support Wind Ranger at 6 minutes in. He's got 4 kills in a row. So for as much as the mid lane might not be going great, at least Saxa, he's having a fantastic time down here.
Yeah, they tag team, and Wind Ranger has such a good animation. Very easy ways to set up for those aggressive plays. Very nicely done. Still the top 3 net worths we are seeing. Alliance in a very comfortable spot with that. Nico Baby still doing just fine. It's mostly been, I mean, FNG's got the 2 deaths, Nico Baby just the 1. And how are we doing on our levels? S4 almost level 6 now as well, so always that added factor you have to bring in. Not only just an invisible bounty hunter that can just disappear from the lane and look to make setups, but also that Wrath of Nature very soon.
Dire's middle tower is
Mords
under
down
attack.
bottom. Thompson did head down here, but not seeing an opportunity to really get anything going with the rest of his team on the bottom lane. Everyone's got the 6, so that actually a bit of solid burst from forward spike still going. Jump with the chain, with the shackle shot, no connection. Hansken's able to turn onto Saxon with the Maledict on him. Saxon's going to take quite a bit of a beating, but he's got the Fairy Fire as well as the 1. Dust out as well to slow down Hansken and make sure he can't get that final hit, but with the slide, that will do it. Saxon will fall. Finally, Alliance are able to stop Saxon having the time of his life down here. They get the kill.
They still have to, and that's the movement from the bounty, right? You can't really expect that one to come. He's invisible to be able to do so. S4 has now hit level 6 too, so they could look to make another move with that Wrath. Thompson actually rose forward into mid. He's gonna get hit by everything here, but he is fairly tanky.
I mean, but with the 3rd member coming in, S4, they easily have the damage to beat him up.
Just another notch on my
Mid Earth Spirit, he's struggling, Thompson, a couple of times.
He rolled forward too. He rolled to clear the creep wave, and he just was on to the high ground pretty much there. So an easy setup for Limp. Over aggressive.
With a DD in a bottle as well, Limp is very deadly. You come back here and he'll be able to kill you as soon as you TP in with a good Tidebringer hit. And once the boat's back on in 45.
Dire's
Yeah, I
middle
wonder what his
tower is under attack.
what's he gonna choose to do on Limp, because he has an Ocean Heart as well, so he can, I mean, a little bit of extra regen and mana if he does want to make rotations through toward the other lanes, or if he's just gonna play the farm round, just sit in the mid lane and just keep Topson at bay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot.
You can go for the playmaking, go for the Shadow Blade, go defensive, get a Halberd,
Dire's
or go
top
greedy,
tower
get a
is under
Radiance.
attack.
A lot of ways that Limp can go.
Halberd is just too godly this game, I feel. Like, you're versus Luna, right? It's the best item in the game pretty much versus those ranged skill carries.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like that's the safest item choice for him to go for. It's just a question of whether he feels that far ahead. It's actually, we're queuing up the BKB. We'll see if he does invest in it.
I was going to actually say that Limp is one of the players, he loves to actually just rush the BKB on Kunkka a lot of times too. Could still see it changed up, but both items are very strongly seen as bottom. Again.
They are able to get in and kill off FNG. Mid one's going to go down in response, and this time Limp will come over to the side lane to help out his teammates. He's in with the combo onto Saxa. Saxa tries to run, but with the burst of the remnants from Nico Baby, he's able to pick up a double as the Ember.
Limp, I like how he uses the remnant last hit. Right? Like, instead of just... They're probably going to kill him just from right-clicks, but he's like, I want the kill. And he shares it with the Fire Remnant himself.
Dire are scanning.
It's working out. You know, we're seeing 10 minutes coming up. 2k lead for Alliance. A solid start overall for them. Sumail on the top lane still. He has had this free farm. This is a Luna off to the exact start that OG want. It's just the fact that the other two lanes aren't going too hot. They may have got those kills early on Nico Baby, but they're not slowing down his tempo. He's still going to be able to hit good timing with this urn. As a team, the combination of Ember and Kunkka just being able to go on targets as early as they'll be able to means that they have a lot of easy kills to find. Top lane Topson will come in with the rotation, catch out Hansken, but they don't manage to quite get on top of S4, and that really would have been the hero that they'd love to find. They need to get some of these cores. Topson is going to try, does manage to roll in. They're coming in with a relocate as well, bringing in the extra firepower on Sumail. S4 tries to TP out in the trees, but another roll forward from Topson will put an end to it. So Topson will manage to set up for that core kill. They push out both heroes from this top lane, and they can continue to beat down onto this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, Limp, he's going to make the heads-up move too, though, in mid lane. Instead of going to actually help top, he's just going to take the mid tower during all of that. Quite quickly, 5,500 net worth on this Kunkka already. Level 10, too. He's got the talent. He's actually going to look to go top.
See if he can get a catch. He's got the X mark in 5 seconds. So there's no relocate, but Sumail and Notel, they're quick to get into the trees. They don't want to get caught out by this. Gets the tower deny, though, Limp. And that BKB just about 1,600 away. S4 TPing in aggressively. No further catch though for the two of them, taking some of the attention away from that bottom lane though. Nico Baby's getting space. He has the VIP booster over the urn. This full vessel's going to be coming out in very good time, and of course against OG's lineup with the IO. It really helps just bring down these heroes without any potential of saving them.
Mid lane.
Another grab. Limp with the setup into the easy Tidebringer. Mid one's going to try and run. Does manage to buy a little time with the shards and the juke out of the circle, but as soon as he's out of it,
blood in the way.
Comes crashing in. Limp. Another hit with that Tidebringer, and his game just gets better and better. 2-0-2, and yeah, money is this net was only going to increase. Alliance have a great lineup to get kills with the Bounty Hunter.
I actually didn't. I think he got the. Actually, it doesn't show that he did get the track up beforehand, but now they will start to be able to build those up for sure.
Radiant's top tower
and yeah,
is
already
under attack.
I mean, already a 4,000 gold advantage. It's already starting to build up. We're not seeing the success of the Earth Spirit mid, what he's able to do just yet. 0, 2, and 3. Very quiet start for Topson. They're actually bringing Sumail down bottom now, so they're looking to actually pressure and try to get this tower. Nico Baby, can they catch him off guard here? They're actually just going to shove the Luna immediately. So he's probably going to get spooked and back away.
Clear as clean water.
Or they're going to bring more to fight. He's going to back up for the moment. And now they're rotating more heroes.
And they go. Snowball's going to follow on to Nico Baby. The shackle shot does connect. The boat's coming down onto Notel, though. Notel able to tether away to the side. Will dodge the boat, but the casket's still upon him. Nico Baby is being focused by Saxa in mid one. He's got one more remnant to get away. Topson rolls forward, kicks the bottom forward. Another remnant to get out of the reach of the power shot, as Nico Baby will survive. Back underneath the tower. Saxa is a little too deep, as S4 does claim his life. And now Alliance, it looks like they can turn to try and continue to clean up. Topson rolls in. The Snowball's there onto Hansken, but mid one solo. One right click from S4 finishes off the job. Topson tries to roll away, but he's been tracked up. Alliance, they'll be able to take down the Earth Spirit as well, as 3 fall on OG. They do get Nico Baby, but it's a very, very high cost. As Alliance, again, they're just coming in with the cleanup, and they're coming in with these track kills. Any trade in numbers, even if it was even, it's always going to favor Alliance's lineup. They're getting the money.
Yeah, and they know that they can take the heads up fight there. That's why Nico Baby, he actually just backs away. He waits for a moment there, almost gets brought down, but that Rum, of course, from Kunkka, protecting him a bit. And we actually saw too, Sumail, he runs in, pops Eclipse. He's versus Nature's Prophet. He just summons the trees. It's the entire Eclipse. He's able to back away, and yeah, they get even more of a gold advantage off of that one, like you said, from the tracks. And the tower survives too, so it's just like a massive game there for Alliance.
And that's that timing. 14 minutes in, BKB's done on Limp. Limp's basically invincible at this point. It's done, it's out.
Holy.
See you later,
So, like, you cannot kill this Kunkka. They do, obviously, they don't have any, well, they have physical damage, but not anywhere near enough to go through the 2k HP of Limp. And once he pots that BKB, nothing is going to threaten him. Do have the grab here, a little bit of an unfortunate pause. What are we seeing? Is this going to connect? I think Sumail. Oh no, yeah, No-Tail's not got relocate. Still on cooldown for 20 seconds.
Yeah, he used it to get himself out of bottom safely. And that, I don't think I've seen a 14-minute BKB ever, or in like 6 months. I don't think I've seen one that fast.
I think if anyone would have done it, as you say, I do recall seeing Limp going for this rush before, so he might have rushed it at a very similar time, but you're right, this is incredibly quick from Limp this game. And with the help of S4, they could take him down. They could look for more Sprout setups there. He's able to tether out in time, though. X-Mark still on cooldown for a couple of seconds, as Thompson and Noto will manage to escape the reach of Limp.
I feel like they're going to now just relentlessly kind of run at them, because Alliance, I don't really feel like that they're really reliant on many cooldowns in their draft. While OG, I feel like they're pretty cooldown reliant if they do want to take the fight versus Alliance lineup. Hanskin, he will get caught out a bit too far aggressive and get punished. But yeah, the next few moments do seem pretty difficult for OG to take any of these head-on fights, even if they have the mech on Thompson.
Yeah, Alliance just playing beastly right now. This mid lane Kunkka is just going to be such a huge issue. I mean, OG's lineup as it is, it feels like the damage is just not there. Like, how do you kill a beefy hero like this Kunkka?
It's when I click him and I see almost level 14, and then I click like your Luna safe lane level 9. You know, like that's very daunting.
Radiant's bottom tower
if you are on the side of OG. See that discrepancy. Top, that's 4. They're looking to try to set up.
So they can get him. Shackle does connect. Saxa, he'll go with the ult. No real means to commit, and obviously with this build, he doesn't have a javelin. There's the focus fire barely tickles at this point of the game. They do still manage to find the vision for the roll in onto S4. It's a very deep roll. Shards don't trap him, and they're bringing Sumail. Sumail popping the Eclipse, secures the kill on S4, but Alliance, they're happy to fight this. Nico Baby poking over towards No-Tail. No-Tail's able to tether over to the side. Silence onto Nico Baby with the bow. It goes crashing down onto Sumail. Limp gets the kill before No-Tail's able to take Sumail back out of there. Thompson just left to hide in the trees and hope that Alliance don't come a-hunting in this area. But I mean, it's just as you said, that Luna just falls over to the power of Limp's Kunkka right now.
Hanskin, gonna try for him here. Nico Baby's ported to react.
Dire's top tower
Bringing them low, they may kill the Bounty Hunter, and it's going to come at the cost of some of their own lives. Mid-One's trying for the TP out, but with another sleight of fist, Mid-One's gone. Thompson will manage to find FNG elsewhere. You see the TP coming in. They're trying to chase Saxa. Nico Baby, another slight, pushing him low, but won't be quite enough to finish him off. Saxa will survive. Thompson, he's been found by S4. S4's got a Sprout available, but doesn't want to go for it. He's going to keep his distance and not pursue the kill.
One of the worst feelings, I know this feeling because I used to be the IO player, is when you teleport your carry into a situation where you think it's going to be a good fight and you just get him detonated. And that's what's happened to Sumail now in that last situation. It feels super bad. Now they're going to back up. They're going to be able to at least stabilize a little bit and get some farm onto him here, but he's a long ways away from where he's going to be protected on Sumail. He's got to go for this like pretty much first item BKB after this Yasha.
Yeah, without it, he stands no hope in the fight. One stun and the follow-up's just immense. Especially with Nico Baby just having the Vessel done. We'll see what he goes for next. I mean, what did we see him do the other day on the Ember? He went
I think just Death Cell is fine.
Oh, the other day he went for Radiance.
Oh, he did queue it up.
He's going for it again. Yeah, I mean, he knows. He's like, well, we're having a great game.
Are fortified.
Is he going to get away with getting the Radiance? I think absolutely at this pace.
Radiant's bottom tower
He's not going to be
is
punished
under
at all. They
attack.
already do enough as it is as a team alliance with the heroes they have. He can go for this Radiance build-up.
Conskin.
Radiant's bottom tower has
He'll
fallen.
be the one who eats the brunt of the force from bottom. They're looking to set up though. S4 is actually in
Dire's top
position for
tower
this
is
here.
under attack.
Relocate already coming out from No Tail. He'll be able to protect his buddy.
That's going to cost him his life, but at least this time Sumail will live and can continue to farm.
Dire's
Oh, wait, they have
top
a Dominator
tower
creep.
is under
It's
attack.
running too far away. It's running through the river down bottom, sorry. Pretty far. I thought maybe he would help him, the Luna, and set it up for maybe a tether play, but Sumail actually just runs it all the way toward top. I was like, do they have a creep? Are they trying to set up for the tether play? But no.
I mean, it would have been sweet, but they probably would have had ways
Dire's
to catch
bottom
with the
tower is
remnants.
under
Yeah,
attack.
probably something along those lines.
Dire's
Sumail
structures
anyway
are
used his
fortified.
Dominator and just got an Alpha Wolf afterwards. And he's about 1,200 away from BKB. Alliance setting up though for this next siege
Dire's
already.
bottom tower has fallen.
It's just this game's falling into a pretty awkward position for OG. I mean, because of the nature of their heroes as well, it really does look like they're drafted sort of Sumail and the 4 supports.
It really does, absolutely. And
Radiant's middle
Tuscan,
tower
he's got
is
this,
under
he's got the
attack.
mech, and he's going to be going for that Greaves, but it just, you compare it. Like, Limp is going to be doing 10 times what he's doing inside of the fights.
It's massive, and the Halberd is a couple hundred, and it's there.
And a DD in the bottle as well, so the next fight, that Kunkka's going to just slaughter pretty much anybody he gets his hands on.
Dire are scanning.
The smoke, Limp and FNG making the moves up towards the top half of the map. They know that Sumail's farming over here.
Yeah, they're just, this is where you just chase the IO.
Dire's structures
It's
are
OG,
fortified.
the rest, they don't really have a good fighting force. If they just get on top of the IO, the Luna over and over again, even if OG brings backup, they should be able to clear it out. OG, they seem aware. Hide themselves here.
At the same time, Saxa and Mid one hunting around trying to get this outpost back in their favor before the 20-minute mark, and will be able to do so. Limp comes in here with S4, but neither hero able to find the grab. Sumail and Noto just hiding in the trees. Terrified. Not gonna
Beam.
Knows he can't throw anything else out. This Ember Spirit of Nico Baby far too elusive to attempt without any sort of proper lockdown.
They're
That they-
continuing up here. Very close to it. Very close to rotations.
I mean, and they go. There's the TP in from S4. The Eclipse has come out. It's going to have to be an Eclipse and a bye-bye with the relocate. They just cannot fight. The Eclipse is not any sort of threat with the amount of units that Alliance have in the area. And No Tail will come back and proceed to die to the 3 of them. That's an easy vessel charge for Nico Baby.
See you
As
later,
his killing
nerds.
spree
See you later,
continues.
nerds.
And Sumail actually barely lives. I think he dropped down to like 170 HP because of that Maledict, even though he was getting healed up from the IO. He did have that Spear Vessel.
Going
onto
back
him.
down bottom Alliance, they're playing fast. They know the mid one's alone. Tracks out, the 4 of them surrounding him. Nobody from OG can get over here to help him in time. Thompson and Saxa were thinking about it, but they were just still in the river. There was no way they could get here. It's another lean kill for Alliance. They're getting these track kills. It's a 7k advantage that only continues to grow. And OG, it does all rest on Sumail. He has got great farm. You know, he's pretty much keeping up with the farm of Limp's Kunkka, and we've seen how good of a game Limp is having. So Sumail has the farm. It's just whether or not this hero is going to be able to carry against the entire lineup of Alliance on his own.
Especially when you're versus Halberds, you're versus Coco Rum, you're versus multiple heroes that scale really hard. Like Kunkka and Ember and Nature's Prophet, these heroes are no joke going into later stages. They get so much stronger exponentially. Nico Baby has the Relic for that Radiance. And without, okay, so that's why he's going for the Radiance too. Is S4 actually went for the Desolator this game for them to go for Siege.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Allows you to get away, yeah, as you say, with the Radiance build, but still having the benefit of the Desert. He's going to try, but it's just a little bit too late. They do bring Sumail in as well. They're really going for this. Sumail has the BKB. He's going to be able to bring down S4. Maybe they could get more out of this, though. They turn it all over. The boat comes crashing down onto No Tail. Sumail has to TP out with the remainder of his BKB. This is not a fight for OG to take. They tried to throw everything in to disrupting Alliance, getting the Aegis, getting the Roshan, but it was not to be. They lose 3 heroes. Alliance still get the Roche kill, and they're still able to pick up the Aegis on Nico Baby.
Yep. And now it's actually the track that matters. I usually like say that level 6 track, it's something, but it's not in comparison to level 2 track. Now it's 80 gold per person instead of that 40. Doubles up, and it makes it a lot more for yourself individually too. So that's where it really starts to ramp up. And that radiance is done.
And it was, we saw this the other day, right? From FNG. You were a fan of it? It was FNG, right, going for the Veil?
Yeah, love it with the Ember. I think it's super cool because he just has to, even if he's like, all he really has to do is like get his cask off, throw the Veil, and even if he dies, job done. Yeah. Then the Ember Spirit's going to benefit from that entire net worth from the Veil. Yeah,
Dire's courier has been killed.
From the slow.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, it absolutely worked out last time, and there's no reason to think it won't work out here again. It's just interesting to see because it's just one of those items that a lot of teams just won't buy. Right, but obviously something that Alliance have found really works for them, but we're seeing that. We're going to see that again here for sure, especially with this incredibly quick Radiance timing on Nico Baby. Same build as before, Radiance into the Aghanims. He's ready to play aggressive. He's ready to jump in onto the backlines of OG, and I mean the backlines of OG, they're just not going to stand a chance against this Ember when he gets on top of them.
Nico Baby, mid lane.
See if they can take them down once. Can they do it again? Later, nerds. I mean, they'll take that. You know, for a team that's behind, taking an Aegis away as easy as that. That's something. Obviously, as things go down, they do lose continuous map control. Alliance take the tier 2 top. Limp's starting to bring the wave right up to the high ground. At level 18, with the BKB Halberd starting to queue up the AC, which has already got 2k gold towards.
So farmed.
The cavalry has
I love this. Like I love this Veil actually on the Witch Doctor. Like with this, when you go for this full Ember Spirit build, I called it yesterday. You know, I think it was Noto who told us down originally the Lawnmower build, but throw Veil in on top too. It's like he's just gonna be melting people down so quickly around him. Vessel, Radiance, he's even got the Dragon Scale as well too. Just everyone's just gonna burn around him.
And I mean, a lot of the things about the item just feel nice, right? You also get this, +9 all attributes. That's not that bad at all. +9 all ats.
Yeah, no, it's very strong. OG trying to set themselves up some wards and look for some type of aggressive play here. Maybe on mid, but can be a lot of reactions coming toward mid very quickly.
Limp's already inbound. As soon as Limp shows up, I think if you're OG, you're running away. You are running away from this Kunkka. 507 Limp.
Every coin helps.
They haven't been able to touch him, and I don't know if they'll be able to the remainder of this match.
S4 on Saksa.
See, they do turn. Flame Mail's there on S4, so Saxa's got to be careful. Magnetizes out, but the full boat combo comes down, crashing onto Thompson. Nico Baby on the front line with the flame guard. Thompson will fall, jumps in with the remnants. Nico Baby's ready to take down another. Chains onto No-Tail. It's a double kill for the Ember. Samael attempts to turn with the Eclipse. He's instantly halbered. They do manage to land the stun on Nico Baby, and the combination of the silence, he's getting away with the sleight of fist. He dodges the shard. He's got no remnants left though. So OG, they'll actually get the kill on Nico Baby. And this fight will be there. Samael is able to find the double kill, and that will cement him the top spot and pretty much push him right up to having enough gold for the butterfly. Samael, he's still doing his best to carry this game.
That's crazy. I can't believe how they actually held their ground there.
Is under attack.
Just the sustain and Samael being able to hold his ground, him not getting focus fire was really important.
Has fallen.
And yeah, of course, Thompson's buyback in particular, they wouldn't have gotten that kill on Nico Baby without that one.
No, not without that extra bit of silence and disable. But Thompson was able to provide.
Better than a stiff drink.
And maybe this could work. This whole 4 Protect one around Samael. The auras are starting to come out. We have mid one. He's got a Vlad stun, so a little bit extra sustain to help out Samael. As I say, this butterfly, it's great timing. This Luna is fat. It's 15k net worth. Nearly 2k ahead of Limp's Kunkka, as we keep saying, is having an excellent game to really give you some sort of perspective on how well Samael is farming in a game where his whole team is struggling. That's the big thing as well. He is not being held back at all.
I'll take that.
S4 nearly has his own BKB complete.
Now. Your admiral is on board.
FNG continue to get the auras out for his squad. Vlad's up next on the shopping list, and Nico Baby okay after that. Those last few situations, he's the dream of the Ags has been shut down. He feels he really does have to get that BKB. It's one of the reasons why he's dying. The silence and control from Thompson has proven to be enough. He's got to have at least one defensive item if he wants to play as aggressive as he,
Step lively
as you
now.
know, we know
Your
Nico Baby
admiral is
likes to
on
do so.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the biggest thing is he wants to be able to get to the back line at no risk. Because the last one, he got to the back lines, he got into the IO, but he had to expend a lot to get there, and then it put him in a little bit of a tough spot to get away. So BKB, that'll solve a lot of the problems as OG.
Step lively now.
Their
Your
only real
admiral is
physical
on
damage
board.
is going to be coming up from the Lunar. Prevent
and
pretty much
it-
everything else.
It is going to be a decent amount though. Sumail, he will
gonna
hit
hurt.
hard. It's going to stat up a bit, queuing up the complete S and Y. Of course, status resistance always a lovely item to build up on, and you would imagine afterwards going for the Satanic. So he is going to be this very tanky, hard to kill hero.
She's smoked up. They're looking for somebody to limp. That's the, I don't know. Let's see if they can actually bring him down. They've got everybody on him.
They get the angle. Saxa with the blink can find the setup for the shackle shot, and Limp's falling low. Limp pops the BKB. Can they quite finish him? They can. They've killed off the Kunkka for the first time this game. They've taken Limp out. They've got the catch up to Nico Baby. The death ward in the cask is there, giving time for Nico Baby to be able to remnant out to safety. But now Sumail, he comes barreling down the mid lane. The Lucid Beam onto FNG. Saxa again. He gets the angle, jumps in, shackle shot onto Nico Baby. The sleight of change will dodge the initiation from mid one, and now mid one, he's in a little bit too deep. But it's two buybacks that have come out from Alliance because of this play from OG. If OG can not lose anything else, so this is going to be incredible for the shackle. They've got Nico Baby every single time, 3 times in a row there. Saxa off cooldown every single shackle shot. The setup is brilliant. And then again, Saxa, these shackle shots, they couldn't be any better. They could not be any better. 4 times in a row, and they've just broken down Alliance's lead. Limp, he brought back for this, and he dies immediately. He's out for 100 seconds. OG, despite being behind the entire game and still being behind on the gold, they've just rolled over Alliance. And Alliance, they're without their 2 cores for a very long time. No Kunkka for a minute and a half, and Nico Baby's dead for 40 seconds as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they push
Radiant's
fast.
middle
This is
tower.
Sumail pushing in with the butterfly, with the Alpha Wolf Aura. There's a repair kit. I mean, I think what just happened to Alliance is going to need a whole lot more than a repair kit to repair it. And
oh my god.
this tower's dead. The Rex is
middle tower.
I mean, it's still, there's no Kunkka for a minute, Fogged. They could go for even more, and they will. Saxa. Again, he's diving tier 4s. He's getting the kills. I mean, this man's Wind Ranger, it looks solid at the start in the lane, and that minute of play, it's over. It's actually just, it might not be up, but it, I mean, it might be.
There's no comfort.
It's over. It's actually over.
Oh my god.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's over.
I mean, it's over.
Radiant's ancient
It's over.
is under attack.
I think it's over.
I think.
It looks pretty over.
See you
It's
later,
actually
nerds.
over.
See you later.
No,
It's actually over.
It's actually over.
Oh my
It's
god.
actually over. I mean, I think you got to give a clap to I mean, Saxa, that last fight, had 4 shackle shots, all connecting, all game winning. I mean, look at Nutsout. I mean, that game could not have been won in any more OG fashion than that. That was classic OG fashion. Let's just draft some random heroes, as it seemed, and then be behind the whole game. Sumail's the only one with any sort of farm, and then, yeah, I mean, if you blink, you would have missed that ending. There's going to be people going online going, what the hell? I thought Alliance were winning game 1. How did it just finish like that?